And them finna say this is the original Chronics alongside ooh. Yaadcore and I say let K.L.C.S be praised and devil go on him ways because I great gods to blaze. Yaadcore, rock them nice and easy, rock them nice and slow. Hot in the early morning, the music turn me on, so let the good times roll.
Blessed.
Yaadcore, the selector Yaadcore, live from Jamaica.
Thanks.
Introduce yourself, let the people know. I'm familiar with your music, with your movement, but for the listeners right now, the movement is going international, the Dubwise movement, if you're not familiar with it, is going international, and this is the man basically responsible for that movement, Mr. Yaadcore himself. Introduce yourself once again.
Yeah, so it's a blessed greetings to everyone tuning in right now. As him say, my name is Yaadcore. Dubwise Jamaica is a reggae session where, from out of Jamaica, playing roots, playing culture, spreading the message, spreading the consciousness, preserving roots, preserving culture, basically.
Okay, and you got your start basically, from my knowledge, from your father owning a sound system. What was that sound system, and which part of Jamaica was your father's sound system from?
Alright, well, I hail from Mandeville, so you don't know, that's where my father's sound came from. And that was like a long time before the whole reggae revival, vibration and everything, Because I started out as like a regular DJ that, played dancehall, hip hop and all kind of other music. And,
yes, if you're familiar, that was the dancehall
from a long
night.
time, as you asked me earlier about the whole dancehall night segment and thing.
Yes.
But, right now we're up on a different pace, a different part, I would say, strictly consciousness, strictly roots.
Okay, so when did you actually start your journey in this Rastafarian lifestyle?
Well, like from about 2006, 2005 there, no, 2006, 2007, and then like in 2010 was when I met Protege, and then the whole vibration just...
That's a whole nother wave we gonna get to and later on in the interview. But for now we're focusing on you, Mr. Yaadcore. Okay, your father owned the sound system. You grew up basically being around the sound system, but you converted to the man that we see before us today. Now, in the early 2000s, who were the people around you at that point in time that influenced you to become the man you are now, to join the Rastafarian lifestyle, start living the way you're living, playing the music you're playing?
Well, as I live it, growing up, there's a brethren of mine called Randy. He was like a young Rasta youth, have locks from like 16, and being exposed to him from the age of like 18, them time there. Smoking herbs and, getting all this oppression from smoking herbs from your parents and, all kind of things. So, basically just Randy, because, my family is not really a defendant of the whole Rastafari thing, and I never really was exposed to Rastafari people at a small age or anything, so due to the music now and as we say the herbs, Rastafari is like a refuge, because when you start get all of this oppression, you look to something for help or for your comfort, or what I say. So Rastafari was comfort, too.
It was your strength. Okay. So now, you converted to the Rastafarian lifestyle. You started, I know you were playing on the radio in Jamaica at this point in time.
Yeah, at this point in time, even sighting up the Liberty, I was still playing dancehall even in that point in time, you know.
Yes.
You know, due to financial benefits or, you know, because before this whole reggae revival movement, there wasn't a market for, you know, the whole strictly rockers or,
Yes.
you know, so, you know, them time they would just have to bite the tongue and do what we have to do.
Okay, I remember maybe a couple years before that there was a little rise in the reggae music where you had the Fifth Element, you had artists like Richie Spice, Chuck Fender. They were getting that light at that point in time. Don Corleone was actually doing some one drop rhythms that had these artists getting some radio spins, but it went away. It died down. And then here, Mr. Yaadcore comes with this Reggae Aroma radio show that turned into the Reggae Aroma mixtape series. Tell us about that and how did that come about?
Alright, it was the Reggae Aroma series before the whole Reggae Aroma show. And then before even dub-wise, there was Kingston Dub Club that I played for like a year straight.
Big up K.L.C.S.
Yeah, big up K.L.C.S every time. So I played this for a year straight, like for once a month. So after the once a month thing, I'm say, oh, we have to create a session where, you know, closer, cause Kingston Dub Club up on the hill, far from the city and thing. So we stay so bad, I want to keep something in the city where me can play more often and, you know, naturally closer to the vicinity. You understand? So I got some band now, I got the Dub Boys and as I said, Protege, my brother Jason Panton, who is a part of the whole Dub Boys movement and thing. So yeah, the Reggae Aroma now, back to that, is like a reggae culture mix series. I'm gonna start before even the whole reggae revival. And then the whole transition of the reggae revival now just help boost the whole brand Reggae Aroma.
Okay, for the listeners now who's just getting in tune with Yaadcore and the series we're talking about, what are some of the artists, the vibe, the music that you can find on the Reggae Aroma series? Listeners now.
What you can find from artists like Kabaka, Pyramid, Chronix, Jesse Royal, a wide range of artists. Protege, you can find John 9, who else? John Romeo, you know.
Yes. Okay.
Whole heap of artists. Midnight, Luton Fire, Caesar Garden, you know, the whole works.
Okay. That vibe that you have going, also I wanna big up Adis Pablo, I'm saying, plays the instruments. That whole movement that you got going. How is it that you, Yaadcore the DJ, what are you, what besides dub-wise, what strength are you lending to this reggae revival now?
Well, I mean, being that I was the first selector to stand up and say, you know, I'm gonna play strictly reggae music, that was the whole, you know, essence towards the you know, if somebody book me now and them say, alright, boom, me have to play some dancehall and Ray and T. I say, yo, you know, yeah, I strictly reggae me I do it right now.
Boom.
Militancy.
Yeah, so, you know, being aligned with, as I said before, Protege as well will help boosting my career, you know, because we did like a mixtape to promote his album, the 7-year itch, and, you know, from this the whole.
Yeah, we all right. We gonna get to that now because you have a very strong relationship with that.
Yeah,
artist.
because that is a part of the whole, you know, going forward, you know, as a whole Yaadcore, you know, so we can't really left out that part, you know.
The 7-year itch mixtape. You did that. It got rave reviews. He dropped the album. rave reviews. Music from my heart.
Yeah.
You came back again. And I see the relationship with you and the artist. He performed in a number of Dubwise events to the point where Dubwise left Kingston, Jamaica and started going international. Where are some of the places that this Dubwise event where you stand up and you say you're going to be militant and only play reggae music, where are some of the places that this event has taken you?
Well, the first time it went international was when I went on tour with Michael Shamaya to Europe and Africa. So from there on, it took this whole international essence. And then now Miami started. We're getting down to Miami's first anniversary now, which was started April 1st or the 2nd of last year. And then now we go Atlanta, we go Trinidad, we go Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is coming up again.
Bermuda.
Yeah, it's a big up the Bermuda family, Kabaka Pyramid, April 9, we say, we got there.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, we say that already, man.
Where's some of the other places that I've seen the Dubwise pop? DC?
Yeah, DC.
New York?
New York, we want to find a date again for the New York people because you don't know, we can't live for the New York people same way. LA, we want to try to go LA too.
Nice. Nice. Protege real strong on the West Coast, so I think that's going to be coming this year, definitely.
Hopefully,
Speaking of the other artists you just mentioned, Michael Shamaya, earlier we were speaking, I told you one of my favorite albums, Original Dread, dropped last year.
Yeah.
What was it like going on tour, Europe, Africa, as a young selector coming out of Kingston? Like you said, you're militant in what you choose to play for the people. So that would actually limit your market, but being able to reach out to Europe and Africa.
Well, it was good enough because, that is the market for the whole reggae vibe, the whole conscious vibe, So it was a very, welcoming experience, as we said earlier. It was my second time going to Europe, so, Michael Shamaya also has a niche market in Europe. So yeah, it was a joy,
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the countries that you traveled to in Africa?
That's Kenya and Ethiopia.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back to you, your essence as a DJ, you released a slew of other mixtapes. I want to touch on some of those projects and basically let the listeners get a feel for what you are creating as a mover of instruments, I should say. Instructor instruments. Besides the Reggae Aroma series, you also had the Herb mixtape, which we played a couple of joints off in the start. Tell us about that project. How did it come about? What was the inspiration behind it, besides the obvious?
Alright, well, that mixtape was done for VP Records, actually. They wanted to promote a song. The song again, Mystic Revealers and Chronics, that song. Yeah, so that
Herb Must Legalize?
Yeah.
Big tune.
I never released those information, but anyway, so them said they want to promote the tune, so we want to do a mixtape for promote the song same way. And we got some man released it for, I think it was April 20 last year. So.
Okay, so as a selector, because you're not really representing the sound system, but you're a selector, Yaadcore himself. You actually have record labels such as VP reaching out to you, asking you to promote projects for their upcoming releases. That's huge, that's great. Keep up the good work with that. Another mixtape that you worked on was one with Max Romeo. Tell us about that.
That mixtape, no, it was basically done as a birthday gift for Max because it was, released on his Earth Day or at his Earth Day session. So, you know, they always do like a compilation to give away at his Earth Strong or something. So, you know, they just decided that they wanted to do a mixtape to give away to his guests at his.
So did you come up with that concept, or did someone approach you, like, I want you to do the mixtape to present it?
Well, yeah, somebody approached me.
Okay, it's a beautiful concept though. Do you have a relationship with the artist?
Yeah, fairly good relationship, you know.
Okay. Once again, moving on, you have a lot of projects. You released, I believe it was in October last year, the Roots Daughter project.
Yeah.
Who were some of the, you mentioned Zana Romeo, who I'm familiar with, John, but who were some of the other artists that you worked with in completing this project?
Well, I don't remember who actually gave me dub place, but this project is basically just an idea that manifested, you know, between me and my brethren, just, you know, coming up with ideas to, you know, themes for mixtapes and whatever, and we just said, alright, we're gonna do something for the daughter them same way, and, you know, come up with a name and, you know, just do a compilation of my, you know, favorite woman selections, or, you know, talking about women, or, you know, because it's not only women on it, but yeah, Micah Shamaya, and I think
talking about
Samurai.
Yeah, but yeah, big up that artist to Samari. But again, who are some of the female artists in the Roots revival scene besides the obvious John 9 who people should be looking out for?
Yeah, Zara Romeo, as we mentioned earlier, Empress. K.L.C.S, I have K.L.C.S.
Okay.
What's her name? Yeah, Nicole Miller. Where she have a terrible voice. Yeah, we have quite a few young, you know, female artists there whom I can't really remember the name right now. You have Aisha Bell. You have, what's her name? Princess Kazaya.
Okay. Now you have turned yourself into obviously an ambassador of the reggae revival. You're someone that people could look to hear new music from new artists. What's going on moving into 2016? You here in New York again, once again. What's going on? What can people look forward to with Yaadcore?
Well, you know, we're doing more sessions, and or as I said earlier, we want to bring back a dub-wise New York. You know, we're getting into production soon. So, you know, apart from mixtapes that, you know, you can expect from me, you know, you can look forward to some production.
I'm definitely looking forward to that right there.
Yes.
Okay.
That is it, you know.
SoundCloud. It's SoundCloud / Yaadcore for people who go and check out the mixtapes.
Yeah.
If you don't know about the SoundCloud page, just catch up with it. You know what I'm saying, a lot of mixtapes up there, a lot of music. Are you on YouTube as well? Are you on Facebook, Instagram that people could reach out?
Yeah, man, just YAAD is how you spell Yaadcore. So YAADCORE, and you just Google that, and you can find everything related to Yaadcore and the whole movements. So, yeah.
Okay, for all the Yaadcore fans out there, Europe, Africa, the Caribbean, worldwide, is there anything else you want to tell them?
Yeah, we just say, you know, live up conscious, you know, try live in love to your brother, because, you know, above all things, that's what we're really here for, you know. Me personally, we just use music to get people aware of, you know, how they should be really living, and, you know, how they should be really, you know, dealing with each other as human people, as the human race, you know. So, you know, that is my intention, you know, as a human being. And, you know, is my tool to let other people aware as well as myself.
Okay.
So.
Speaking of the production that you say that you want to get into, are you actually going into the studio and producing, or are you basically putting musicians together?
Yeah, well, we get musicians together as well, and we put certain directions to what must be played here or what must not be played here, or take this out here or take this out there. I'm not really a full musician as yet, but we're getting there also. But for now, we're just like a deal with the production aspect.
All right, you're not a full musician, but you are a DJ. No. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna ask you to critique 2 albums for me. Mm-hmm. I want you to tell me what you think about these 2 albums. Mm-hmm. The first one would be Protege, Ancient Future. Tell us a little bit about that album. What do you think of that album?
Well, the Ancient Future now is definitely one of the best albums that has been released in the 2015. What I like about it personally is the sound that it has. It maintains the root sound with a kind of fresh, crisp feel to it. So yeah, you don't know when Protege going upon lyrics is really a listening thing. So you really take it on a journey. You really can relate to things we are going with it in your life personally.
What's Yaadcore's favorite track on that album?
Protection is one of the top tracks.
Nice. Okay. The second album is Original Dread by Micah Shemaiah.
Well, Micah Shemaiah Original Dread, no, you don't know. It's a different feel that I take up on a different journey, same way. So yeah, it's a wonderful album, and it maintains the root sound same way, but with a more rough feel, and not in comparison to Protege. But you don't know when I really, when I compare for say it is not a negative or a positive comparison.
2 different feels.
Right, just to make you understand the description. So yeah, that album is a rougher feel, and you don't know who like that feel it the same way.
One of the things I appreciate about both artists really is they after releasing songs they do dub versions, or they release dub versions with their records, which every vinyl lover, roots lover, DJ from that school they appreciate that. So once again, thank you to you guys for keeping that up. Thank you for this reggae revival that you're adding strength to. Once again, Mr. Yaadcore, Mr. Dubwise himself. Much to look forward to in 2016. We appreciate you passing through. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we tune out?
Yeah, well, well, for bless up, I don't know how God. But anyway, yeah, we have to bless up everybody with support Yaadcore, all the fans first and foremost, we have to bless up my Dubwise partner, same way, Jason Panton, my brother Protege, same way, business partner, brother, music partner, all the things we say. Everybody will have life, we just say bless up everybody, all the artists, them, all the selector them in New York. Yeah, we'll keep it rootical, keep it cultural. We say bless up on yourself and
Okay, the fans can check you on yaadcore.com still?
Yeah, Yaadcore Radio.
Okay, yaadcoreradio.com. Yeah. I believe it's protege.com as well. You have music that you give to the fans?
Well, there's a YouTube page, but it's not really updated as it should be,
Okay, but
so we said just keep more in tune to the SoundCloud and the Yaadcore website, same way.
Okay, once again, TGM Radio, King Lion Caribbean Showcase, powerofreggae.com. You got any upcoming shows?
Yeah, well, there's a book launch, by Anisi and Alexandria. The book called I and I coming up this Wednesday. And I don't remember the address or anything, but you can, yeah, I think it's or in Manhattan. I think it's in Manhattan. So no, that's invite still. But the after party is by Lovers Rock Wednesday, Rockers NYC. So I got parachute there, so and all the Lovers Rock vibes.
Nice.
Well, we never really got that style like full-fledged yet.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear what you gonna play in that joint.
Yeah, man, so I also tell all the friends, all the daughter them forward out. Get a Yaadcore Lovers Rock selection, a special request.